Hello, hello, everybody. We are live. Today, we're going to be playing some Super Mario Sunshine. Speedruns, of course. And I've really tried to hone in and focus on some of the things that I performed poorly on last stream, such as Pianta 4, such as Gelato Shadow Mario, such as EYG. I think I did pretty poorly on. I upgraded my EYG strats. Among a few other things that aren't... Oh wait, well I have a sticky note actually. My practice regimen sticky note. Oh yeah, Rico 4 was another one of them. That's like the main big things, but there's some like micro practice things in there, like the Pianta water bridge slide, among other things. I worked on my Serena entry just a little bit. I don't think it's really... It needs more work though. But yeah. I'm gonna write out... I meant to do this before stream, but I was running a bit late. I'm gonna just type something out for the pinned message. Just today's goal. Today's goal will be... beat last stream's time. That's today's goal. Using newly learned strats. I'm just gonna pin that just so everyone can see what my goal is today whenever they join. And yeah, let's get right into it. Let me deactivate or reactivate the game. I'm gonna, well, okay, let's get right into it. I mean, let's do some practice first. Some fun things. I have sorry, I had to think about loading into Pianta 4, and I still somehow misinputted it. I have some cool things arriving soon in the mail. Oh, I'm going to Pianta 3. One of them is various pieces and parts to make my own, basically GameCube keyboard splitter, so that I can have an input display for the speedrun streams. That's on its way. I have like no experience wiring or soldering, very little at least. I have some. So that's going to be a whole thing. Oops. Additionally, I have some kit coming in to hopefully let me output a higher quality image from my Wii. More like less noise, less weird filtering. Honestly, this would be fine though. In a run. Just gotta warm up a bit. Okay, let's do Rico 4 now. I kind of have an alternating practice thing where I practice one of the Pina 4 patterns, and I practice a different level, then go back, or Pianta 4, not Pina 4. Then go back to Pianta and practice a different chain chomp pattern. This has been probably the level I put the most amount of work into these past couple of days. I'm still not super consistent at it, but I at least know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, like, I'm not supposed to ledge right there, obviously. That was weird. I'm slightly behind cycle. I might bonk here. Yeah, okay. Just some warm-up. When I actually get here in a run, I'm assuming my brain is going to be a bit more, like, woken up. Whoa. Okay, I actually don't know how that didn't make. I'm like actually still slightly behind cycle somehow. Alright. I go for a less ambitious jump, like that giant spin jump dive at the end. Slightly less ambitious than the perfect strats for this level, where you're ideally taking a bit more of a direct line towards the shine sprite. But the goal here is to go for consistency in learning these strats and then make adjustments later in the future for when I'm a bit closer to the top 50 grind. Something I somehow didn't really put together. The two rightmost paths of the chain chomp are basically the same thing. You go up there both times. Okay, well, too bad I messed it up. I'm gonna retry it. You let go of the chain chomp at like the same spot. I also, because of the major like streaming break I took, I think I'm a bit less, let me reward that. I'm less good at playing while streaming than I was when I got my 119. Although part of that today could be I'm really trying to work on not using filler words, basically. Trying to cut out ums and likes. The likes are harder. I say like a Valley girl. How many times I interject that into a sentence. So I guess my brain is kind of pulling in two places at once today of focus. More so than usual. For some reason, I always, when it's the banana, I go for the papaya, and when it's the papaya, I go for the banana. It's not all that bad. Yeah, that's something I've greatly improved upon. Clipping into EYG. It's still something I'm not super consistent at, but I'm way better at the clip than I was before. I think it's going to be faster to go this way, but I'm not sure, honestly. Toss up. And then I slightly upgraded my strats in this stage. So the thing about... I'm gonna bonk. No, I'm not. I don't think I needed to ground pound there, but... gives me some levity. The the thing about using the going over the middle there of the blue middle wooden beam versus going over the right, it actually doesn't save much time at all over going the right, especially if I stop to ground pound or whatever. It's almost negligible. So that's something I'm gonna have to just work on getting more consistently, of getting straight into the dive on the red Yoshi block instead of having to ground pound onto it. Or is it the green one? I don't know. I don't remember the colors. Pianta 4 again. This time we're going for pattern 1, which is the hardest pattern, but also the fastest pattern. Not that it's the hardest pattern by a major milestone. That's something I improved upon. Grabbing and pushing forward the chain jump a little bit at the beginning there is something I never used to do. I also learned, this is something I learned literally just yesterday. I can't believe it took me this long to realize this. When you grab the chain at the end there, if the chain chomp doesn't immediately go in the bath, it doesn't mean that it's not going to go in the bath. Sometimes you have to just like push it and finagle it a little bit to get into the bath without having to go all the way around the back and pull it in the intended way. That's such a simple concept that I just somehow never quite caught on to. And then Gelato Shadow Mario. Ooh, okay. So the ideal method there is to immediately kill him right over there, where I immediately sprayed him at. I'm gonna try that a couple of times, see if I can get it. I just learned this strategy yesterday, so I'm not expecting to get it during a run. I also have an immediately restart level button now. Shoutouts to the fine people who make the Super Mario Sunshine practice mods. I forgot to wake up Flood. It's vital when you're in the water, when you're rolling out of the water, to wake up Flood right there, because otherwise you won't get the spam spray out. Right here. That spam spray that kind of missed. I'm also just moving the camera slightly more towards the mic so I can sit closer to the mic. Ooh. So, I think... I guess it depends. But I think that means I went too fast. If I... Well, I don't know. Maybe too slow. I don't know. Yeah. If you accidentally dive out of the water instead of jump dive, then you're also going to completely miss him. Well, not miss him, but not kill him. So I think I was slightly late there. This goes to the whole thing I always explain every time with Shadow Mario, where he can't die mid-air and during certain other states, so even if you have him down to 0 HP, the final blow has to be when he's like on the ground, running around. That type of deal. Like that. That's the instant kill. And you can even save a second too if you're really consistent at it. This only works if you're really consistent at it, and no, you're not gonna miss it. Is that after you do the spam spray rollout, There's like an immediate turnaround thing you can do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I actually don't know how to do it. But you have to switch over to the hover nozzle immediately after the spam spray, which, if you're keeping track, that's only something viable. That's only something that is viable if you're expecting to kill him consistently, which I'm obviously not. Good enough. I'm just gonna do one run through of all the secrets too. Oh, this is actually a secret I forgot to work on. Before next stream, I'll probably have upgraded my strats. The beginning I can do differently. This jump right there I can do differently. And of course, there's the GWKD at the end. Glitchy wall kick dive. You can do right up to get onto the top of the yellow platform we're going towards right now just a bit sooner. Ooh. I'd be fine with that in a speedrun. That's okay. Already practiced Rico. I'm gonna do it anyways though. Oh, I have a bad angle. It's okay. I don't think your lines at the beginning are actually like super vitally important. They are. But you can have some variance because the bottleneck is really in the timing of each dive and rollout, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's kind of like a slightly advanced concept I don't know how to articulate yet. I tried going to the left. Okay. Pin a 2, honestly, not even worth practicing, really. Oh, didn't I mess it up last time? Maybe it is worth practicing. This is a secret I will probably never have to touch again unless we find some trick that lets us make that cycle. That's RTA viable, which means human viable, essentially, in that context. Might have to touch up the ending there a bit. Run through pin a 6 one more time. I'm gonna bonk. No, I'm not. Said that last time too. Yeah, that. Ooh. That actually wouldn't have been faster because I thought I was gonna ledge grab the moving block there. That moving block has some weird rules for how it starts. I think it's if you're holding a control stick direction, not if Mario is moving on that block, then it won't start, which is just a little strange. Oh yeah, I also worked on Casino Skip. Kind of did that yesterday though. Yesterday only, I forgot about that today. I forgot to write that down on my practice regiment. Wow, I've been failing that more consistently than I thought I would be failing it. I think I'm just not paying attention to my tell close enough. Or standing in the right spot for my tell. Basically, there's a spot I place Mario, like, near the back on that gear. And then with the camera all the way zoomed in. So after the side flip, like, stand all the way back here. And with the camera all the way zoomed in, after the gear passes Mario's head, is when I know it's safe. For sure to go. You can go earlier than that, though. I put some practice into Serena 4. But nothing serious. Apparently the spin slide at the end is RTA viable. Which is news to me. Actually, both spin slides are apparently RTA viable. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay. I won't mess that up in a speedrun. Not like that anyways. Oh yeah, I also refreshed myself on where I need to stand for an early cycle. And in general, improved this level a little bit. Ooh, I'm going too far to the right. I'm gonna have to stop on the middle platform. Arguable, actually. Dude, talk to me. Oh, this doesn't make it. That's fine. I just couldn't get Mario in place fast enough. That's okay. I don't need to practice that anymore either. I won't mess it up like that during a run. Say practice how you perform, but sometimes you just literally can't. Because your brain just knows that there's less stakes to it. I think it's faster not to roll out of the, or roll out of the triple jump there if you're not going to make the green cycle. What? Jeez, okay. Okay, that's enough practice. Let's get into some actual runs. How's the music? It's a good 20 minutes of warm-up. Hundreds of sticky notes. Yeah, that looks so bad. I can't wait to upgrade my HDMI output on my Wii. That's gonna look so good. All right. I'm just gonna mute desktop audio and listen to some music while I do this speedrun. That works. Okay. Let me start the auto splitter. Auto splitter is started. And I think we're ready to just get into a run. We're still going by the no reset mindset overall. Although I'm more willing to reset if airstrip is really bad, for instance. Last stream I wouldn't do that, but this stream I will. Also, I'm going to compare against Never mind. I thought on life split I could compare against last run, but apparently you can't. Okay. That's news to me. All right. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna have a Coke Zero. I'm just gonna open up in preparation for when I drink from it. Okay. Let's get into our run. Attempt 275. Ooh, dropped the B input there. I'm so lucky. I went way earlier than what's safe there. Take out memory card. It's a good airstrip. Gonna lose like a second to PB, probably. I assume my PB had a good airstrip. Although, I kind of remember around the final grind for my 119. I was just accepting bad splits a lot more often. Got the rollout even. That sucks. It's like minus 3 seconds in. Weird that I get a ground pound from that. I didn't put a whole lot of practice towards my late game at all. Just my early game. Early to mid game.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
I worked in Bianco a little bit. Recognize there's one movement improvement I can be making when going for the first red coin in Bianco 4. Where you basically roll out into a slope. Immediately roll, dive, then immediately roll out into the slope. Okay, to explain. As long as we kill Shadow Mario before he crosses the shadow barrier, we're good. A little early on Quick M. Quick M only saves like half a second at most, so I'm not too bothered. This means you have to stop to spam spray the M before jumping in. Awesome speed there. I swear I pressed the A button there. That's where having an input display is going to be nice. Oh, what? That's something I tried to work on too. Getting the windmill wall kicks immediately out of a side flip is very possible on that cycle. I just was a tiny bit slow. If my A input came out on the wall, for instance, when I was trying to roll out off the wall, I probably would have made that. I didn't put a lot of work towards that, so it's a little crazy, honestly, that I went for it. The arrow is totally there. Ground pounding PD too fast, but not clipping through him is really rare for me also. I'm not dead. That happened. Probably like 10 seconds behind her or something. I'm in the wrong spot. Am I? Yeah, okay. Or was I guess. What's crazy? Well, first of all, auto splitter never working is crazy. Thank you, auto splitter. I updated my auto splitter, and the update for the most part, it's better at splitting, but they took away the ability to set an FPS target on the auto splitter for some reason. And maybe this was last year when I updated it, so maybe I should check for the new updates. I feel like I missed splits because of that. Probably gonna get a false gold on Bianco 3 here. I thought I was gonna ledge grab that. Nice. Could be a super false gold on Bianco 3 here. Yeah. Oh well. Need to remember to immediately come out of webcam, dry spray. Honestly, I feel like that was the key for travel skip for me. Just remembering as soon as I press the R button to spray, come out of webcam. No reason to linger in webcam. If you miss the polluted prana, you're losing a bunch of time anyways. Which crazy to miss the polluted prana on the third hit, honestly. I'm so lucky. I got that water slide. I feel like my movement onto that tightrope is always a little awkward. I really beg to differ on that being a bonk, but okay. Okay, good. Auto splitter. Got that one at least. I don't get why auto splitter has to be recalibrated every now and then too. And this the sucky part about using auto splitter too is that I can't just stop using it. So I learned that going onto the rope there. Oh, how did I go off in that direction? I can't wait to have an input display so I can see the stupid bullshit like that. Let's see how that happens. Bit of lag. Wait, how did I spray the one up? I'm complaining. Okay, we're so far on track for the average PP pattern. The most common one. All he has to do is go this way, stop over here, and not give me a tornado, and I just got the most average PD luck you can get. I do believe. There's a chance I'm spreading misinformation there, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. I'm like 90% sure. Or, yes, tornado. Yes, tornado is bad. Well, at least we know that even if I got a tornado, I would have wasted that time. And that would have arguably felt worse than just wasting the time normally. He's got a really fast shine grab. I had a really good entry there, and just the average PDRNG, which was better than my 119, so we gained nearly 30 seconds. Off of luck. I need to start spam spraying there. Let's you go immediately into a water slide. Also, just kind of tried to work on getting my GBS back to where it used to be. That's way too fast. Oh, please don't hit me out of the cutscene. Mama Beach. This level is going to be Shadow Mario with my new Shadow Mario strats. Remember that. It's not going in the water, is it? It is so going in the water. I think I just accidentally changed my angle last second there. It sucks, because my coconut throws have been really good in practice lately. I'm actually surprised. I felt like I went late there. Not really. Although part of that might have been I was holding back a little bit on the control stick at first. Okay. Let's see if we can gold the brand new Shadow Mario strat. At the very least, I can have a better Shadow Mario than PB. I wonder if D-pad scrolling is faster if you're only doing one shine scroll. Probably not, actually. I think my spacing is already off. See, this right here, though, killing him right here, was the absolute peak of the old Shadow Mario strat I used to do way back in the day, before I just would never hit it, so I just stopped going for it, basically. Oh, it is a gold. Nice. I just constantly hit him and take damage on him, which takes forever to recover out of. So I stopped doing it. Really, I was going too fast. That's honestly unbelievable. I didn't put much practice into Pianta 1, even though it went abysmally last stream. Definitely not the order. Go off, I guess, when there's sunshine. Nice. That was really smooth. Yeah, I feel like I was a mix of being more rusty last stream and also getting the worst, I think it was the worst chain chomplet pattern that you can possibly get. And also just making fumbles that happen to take place during a level that was already going poorly. I think it was a bit of a fluke for last stream's Pianta 1 to have gone as badly as it did. Sign strats, for anyone who doesn't know, for some reason, during a Piantissimo race, if you tuck to a sign and then stand and look in a very specific spot at the end here, Piantissimo will talk to Mario slightly faster. It also does depend on how exactly the RAM of Super Mario Sunshine looks, the memory, which is influenced by the order of levels you play. So you can't always do sign strats. It depends on the level ordering you're doing. And it just so happens that in the level order of any percent already, sign strats happens to work. Yo, what's up, Taki? I'm not at all confident with my Pianta 3. Yeah, went too wide there. It's okay though. Good save. Yeah, honestly, if I had a perfect Pianta 3 in PB, then I'm about even. Which I didn't. Being ahead of my 119 right now feels a little surreal, but it's not going to stay that way, unfortunately. Not only am I probably not going to get an early / Ramel cycle in Pianta 5, but there's still plenty parts of the game I'm very rusty at. Okay, we got the worst chain jump pattern here, but at least it's the easiest. A little awkward. It's all good. I could be cooling off the chain chomp a bit later. I feel like I'm gonna work on that a bit more in the future. Well, I'm just more comfortable with the movement I'm doing with the chain chomp already. The new movement. Yeah, it was... I can't believe that either. It does not feel like to me at all that the 119 was a year ago. Oh, I guess part of that is probably because I didn't stream for a lot of 2025. Ooh, wow. I couldn't even pause there. That was a unique set of circumstances. I thought I could get away with an extra dive on the scaffolding, but I couldn't. Because my movement on the bridge was messed up a little bit. I didn't get the super double jump. Which I don't always count on getting, but the exact manner it didn't give it to me last attempt was super weird. That's okay. We're not really playing for PB right now, anyways. I need to work on UIG, I think. Or not UIG. Yoshi skip. Second time in a row I did it the slow way. Involuntarily. Okay. Man. I actually think I could have early cycled if I was going a little faster. Particularly with the guy all the way down there. Oh well. Yeah, there were a lot of people at the 119. I think where Spy King might have posted that I was on 119 pace in the speedrun Discord or something. Which was nice of him. Ow. Okay, minute behind now. That's okay. I mostly just want to beat last stream's time, which it's... I swear you could compare against your last run on Live Split. Maybe that's a plugin or something that I just don't have. 'Cause I know I've seen, like, Sighted Williams do that before. Kanto 6 is on my to-do list of levels to slightly upgrade my strats in. This is the one thing I need to improve upon in this level in particular. Well, okay, wow, messed that up. The bridge water slide at the beginning of this level is also something I need to improve upon. I almost always miss it, it feels like. Right there. You can cut over the little cliff over there when turning the corner instead. How were you not clean? Man, a sub 2, that's awful. That 7th Pianta, I think, just refused to clean up. Sometimes that happens. I don't understand. There's something weird going on with cleaning Piantas, I feel like. Because visually, she was all the way cleaned, basically, after that spam spray. And then I hovered on top of her for, like, an entire second. And she still wasn't clean. In what world? Yeah, I don't remember what it was either. It might have been Rico 4. He was at 0 health since he jumped the fence, by the way. I was just barely too slow. One minute behind out of Pianta without early cycle was honestly decent. Would have been a lot better if I didn't die. Mess that up. Oh well. Ooh. In practice, I'm working on way quicker and more aggressively getting Mario into position for Honey Skip. That's not something I'm ready to start bringing into runs, unless it just feels right. Might have been one of the Strana secrets. I don't remember. I lost a ton of time on this level. Remember that. I'm excited. Starting next week, assuming I don't mess up my soldering and wiring job, we are going to have an input display for stream. Oh, that's a bad miss. Oh well. A short roll out there is better. I don't think so. Maybe a shorter rollout. Because you'll be lower into the shine in the cutscene. Because Mario's further back. I don't know. I guess you're not reaching the shine. You're landing after collecting the shine faster, but you're not reaching it as fast, so it probably makes little to no positive difference. Oof. EYG is giving me, like, butterflies in my stomach. New EYG strat. Ugh. Oof. That was risky. Needlessly, in fact. Okay. Pinna 3 is on my list of levels to upgrade my strats into. I actually watched and studied a little bit. I forget what it's called. I think it's just called the task strat, even though it's RTA viable. I don't know if I'll be doing the task strat, but... At least... Oh, what? Bruh. I was gonna say at least better than last stream. Dude, the ship is just completely blocking me right now from jumping over there. That is, in fact, worse than last stream. I didn't need to go over there. Sheesh. Apparently I really messed this level up in PB too, so... Imagine with that pin of 3 saving time over my personal best. What did I do? I must have missed the ship movement cycle and then got shocked by an electric Koopa or something. Because I cannot imagine doing much worse than what I just did. This is a level I need to work on more, too, honestly. Oh, you ground pounded way too early, my friend. And you hit me. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, actually, I thought that was going to 3-cycle for sure. It's really awkward when you come out of a cutscene and at least one is aggro to you and one isn't. Especially when they hit you out of the cutscene immediately, which they will do if they're aggroed onto you. Surprise 2-cycle there is okay. Yeah, honestly, this is probably my least favorite level in the entire game. Even including stuff outside of an 80%, like Poison River and Pachinko. Because at least those levels... at least you can figure those levels out. That one, it's just the AI sometimes works in mysterious ways and is annoying. A little bit of cope there. The AI is... How did you go that way? It's okay. It's actually pretty predictable. But... I was in an awkward spot there, especially with the tree blocking my view. Uh-oh, mess it up. No! I didn't think you were going that fast. Aggro onto me, please. Oh, dude. EYG, though, when it doesn't want to work for you, it's also honestly more frustrating than Pinafore. Did I go too early? No, I didn't. When the wall just decides to clip you back in bounds, it's so annoying. Yeah, EYG's saving grace is that it's cool as hell. And when it does work, it's very satisfying and fun. And also, this is one of my favorite secrets. Oh, what? I couldn't come out of Ycam. I was not holding. I was literally. Okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna. I was holding up and right on the control stick. I'm not coping. Sometimes I cope when I'm like, I was holding this direction. It copes sometimes. I was holding up and right. I haven't messed that up. The Ycam dive. Probably since 3 days ago. And now I just mess it up twice in a row when I actually am doing a speedrun. That's awesome. Love that for me. That's how it always goes. Alright, alright. I'll lose a minute to EYG. That's okay. I actually can't believe I went off into the left. I was holding up into the right. That's genuinely crazy. I have no idea what happened there. All right. The Shadow Mario. Probably should have put more practice in, but who needs it? Why does that Electric Koopa in particular aggro onto you from so far away? Maybe they all do that. You just never notice. Because you're moving around usually. Miss the Beyblade. Stop using those filler words. I meant to work on Rico 2 a little bit, particularly the entry, but I kind of forgot to. That stream went fine though, so. We're probably okay. What? So that cutscene implies Cooper Blooper has a 5th tentacle. But where is it? Do I want to know where the 5th tentacle was? Unless he just immediately regenerates. It's just one of his 4 tentacles you pull out of the crates to start the boss fight, and then he immediately regenerates it. I don't know, man. That's a little weird. Where does that extra tentacle come from? Is this an answer I want to even know? Probably not. Honestly, Gooper Blooper deserved it. If Gooper Blooper didn't appear in Noki 2, I'd be a little more willing to be forgiving. But that crime can't be forgiven. Especially being the Rico 1 Gooper Blooper, not the Rico 5 Gooper Blooper. Like, if you're gonna appear way later in the game, at least be harder. Or the harder version. I did that again. How do I keep doing that? Furthermore, why does Gooper Blooper have a cork in its mouth? Like, is the implication that somebody was shipping Gooper Blooper for seafood or something, but couldn't butcher him? I don't know, man. So let's put a cork in his mouth, kind of like how lobsters, you band up their claws and boil them alive, like that type of deal. Kind of grim. Maybe we saved Gooper Blooper. Maybe Gooper Blooper somehow magically appears, despite seemingly not being a creature made out of goop like the other bosses. Maybe Gooper Blooper reappears in Rico and in Noki because you don't actually kill Gooper Blooper, you just, by pulling its mouth, it's like a spring toy, you somehow get it to jump. To freedom or something, I don't know. But that's just a theory. Simply awkward. Line there. I think I'm going fast enough though. Yeah. Ooh, am I gonna... No, okay. I went for such a safe spin jump dive there that even with starting the spin jump dive from so far back, I was at no risk of bunking. Yeah, it just goes into the water. And don't ask. Maybe Gooper Blooper, contrary to appearance, is more like a mole creature. Which is why Gooper Blooper seems to just completely disappear into the sand of the water. And is also why... What? How did you not get sprayed? Hello? I just let 2 shotgun blasts off right into that blooper's face. And it said, nah, I'd survive. That's crazy. As I was saying about Gooper Blooper, the theory, maybe that's why Gooper Blooper just gets sent into the hills of Delfino Island after Noki. Because Gooper Blooper burrows through the ground or something. I'm proud of my blooper son. That's a quote of Gooper Blooper. Trust me.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, this is a level I should have kept up with more. Kept up with my practice, that is. Let's see. I might be able to pull something off here. Nope. Forgot how to approach that one exactly. I just love time loss. I love losing time. The ability to morph into cube. Oh, like Splatoon. I can't remember. Did I die? No, I didn't die in Bianco 6 on TV. I remember. I was afraid of dying in Bianco 6, but I didn't. I think. I believe. Might be believing wrong, but... What? That's crazy, man. Dude, you're at 0 health. How are you still alive? Sometimes... So each Shadow Mario... Each Shadow Mario has its own gimmick. Bianco Shadow Mario is normal. Gelato Shadow Mario practically never sits still. Pinna Shadow Mario has more health, I think. Sorna Shadow Mario, I don't know what Sorna. I guess it's the fake out Shadow Marios that are around the hotel. Is that Shadow Mario's gimmick? Noki Shadow Mario, I also don't know. But Pianta Shadow Mario leaves Goop around. Rico Shadow Mario, I think its gimmick is that it just trolls you because it's never in a killable state. Because for some reason, one of the states where you can't kill Shadow Mario is when he's just standing still. Don't ask me why. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. You don't... There's some strategy there where you jump way earlier off that cube, but then have to do a wall jump, like a Y-cam wall jump, which is honestly kind of trivial. The Y-cam wall jump part, anyways. I should try doing that. Learning that. Okay, I very clearly was not. I very clearly was above the yellow platform. I just want to point out. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. We love losing time here on the Angry Max stream. That's like the worst place to die in this entire game too. That's not really true, but in a secret, that's in any of the secrets, that's the worst place to die because it takes so long to fall back down. Although the end of Noki 6 actually is probably about equivalent. It's just a warm-up run. Just a warm-up run. I pressed the A button, by the way. The A button was pressed there. Oh, I can't wait to have that input display, man. Just a week away. Can you believe it? Angry Max Super Mario Sunshine Speedrun input display. Just a week away. Again, assuming I don't completely butcher the soldering and wiring job, which I have little to no experience with, so I might. Okay. Okay, we're looking at a worse run than last stream. It's okay. After this run, I'm probably going to take a quick break to look up and see how I can compare against previous runs. Because I think that's going to be a bit more prudent of a thing to do instead of comparing to my PV, because I'm just not in a... I don't think I'm technically in a state where I could get a PV right now. I think if I got a little lucky, I could. If all the RNG went the right way, and I happened to just do all of my strategies in not even an ideal but good enough way, then I definitely could PB. Basically just have to not die. That's the big thing, actually. Oh. Did you know whether Shadow Mario goes right or left right there is slightly chance-based. So it is influenced by your direction. Somewhat, I believe, but it's also chance-based. He's more than likely, if you're approaching him from the right, he's going to go left, but he has a chance to go right anyways, which is slow. Okay. Remember to delay Manta Split. I almost didn't. They're going off in awkward directions. think I could have split a bit better. Actually, that was a decent split into our decent start time for the final phase for me, I feel like. In fact, I can just click through this pool right here. It still lives rent-free in my head. That felt actually pretty fast. Yeah. Yeah, because how is it making noise? That is... It's so funny. Growing up... Oh wait, no, I'm losing time because of the Yoshi Shadow Mario. Growing up, I was scared of pretty much every boss in this game. Yeah, almost every enemy. But the Manti I wasn't. Which is weird, because it's ostensibly the creepiest and scariest boss in this game. Well, actually that probably goes to the eel. But... the Manto is meant to be creepy, is what I'm getting at. Of course, what's scary and creepy and such is not exactly an objective metric, but... Let's run a 2. That's the level we're in. Let's have to... I didn't even know that was possible to, like, bump on that guy. That was not something that was remotely on my radar. If you bonk on that guy, that perfectly screws the boo cycles there to all be in your way, too. They were all in my way. The perfect bonk. They said it couldn't be done. Ooh. I was running a bit tight at the end there with the space I was giving myself to make my inputs. Yeah, definitely the Manta is an enemy that gets more creepy the more you think about it, I guess. Also, why does it split? Is it like a giant amoeba? Like... You can... For some reason it's never occurred to me. You can skip out. You can do one less wall jump there at the end. Or... yeah, one less. By doing a GWK. Oh. Honestly, that's a good point. It is weird. Serena got 2 different bosses. Yeah, no, he only got 1. We do not count Koopa Koopa Refight. Yeah, I almost wonder... Well, I don't know. This is super speculation and actually probably not even true. But I almost wonder if the second hotel was going to be more casino-based. but then got reworked just into basically being a minor part of Serena Hotel as the casino levels. So therefore King Boo would have been, well, I don't know. I guess it makes sense for King Boo to always be in Serena Hotel though. Because Serena's whole thing is that it's haunted. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. It is weird that they got 2 bosses. And it's doubly weird that the eel doesn't get boss music. The standard boss music anyways. Which, oh, actually, no, I can see that. If they're going for it to be a bit more creepy than the other bosses, I think it actually makes sense for it to have the, like, battle music instead of the boss music. Not that the battle music is particularly creepy, but it's not bombastic like the boss music, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I would assume that aspects of Lacrima got reworked into Serena Hotel. Screw you, King Boo. Bars. Really bad food spread. Like almost all of them landed down there. Oh, that was a papaya down there. Nice. I just now realized how funny King Boo's stupid little arms look. Flapping around like... when he's just idle. I don't know, they just look really stupid to me. Going for the papaya might have been slightly faster there. Yeah, Pianta Village not having boss fights is also really weird. I wonder if it's because Pianta Village was basically designed around the Chain Chomplets and the Chain Chomp, so they couldn't figure out exactly how to fit a boss fight into Pianta. Although, so many of the boss fights in this game just take you to a completely separate area, like the windmill or the casino roulette thing that we were just in, or the deep undersea. So I guess it's not even really a reason. 15. Pretty good for me. Oh yeah, taking place on a cloud. That makes sense. Yeah, imagine like the Dandelion Festival. The original concept of it was you'd ride one of the Dandelion Fluffs all the way to a boss fight or something. And fight something like the Storm Lakitu from Galaxy 2. I could easily see that being the case of something that got probably not even like cut, just being conceptualized but never followed through on, but them still evolving, well, reusing the Dandelion idea. Was okay for Shadow Mario here. I know, like the Zelda team, especially back when they were still making traditional 3D Zelda games and not the open air ones. I know they... That was a really weird angle. They would reuse scrapped ideas from previous games in the next one. For instance, apparently one or two of the dungeons in Twilight Princess were basically planned for Wind Waker, but were cut for some reason or another. Oh, that's so awkward. I wonder if something like that happened with Sunshine. Two of the Galaxy games. I mean, obviously something like that happened with Mario Galaxy 1 to Galaxy 2. I just can't imagine that not being the case. That okay. This is in stark contrast to last stream's Noki one, by the way. Although I think I'm only like, well, I don't know. So I was gonna say I might only be one cycle behind, but how do you not? I could see myself actually being 2 cycles behind there. Even in Galaxy 2, obviously they were thinking about Super Mario Sunshine in Galaxy 2 because we got Riku Fork Secret in Galaxy 2 with the Cloud power-up. Just such, honestly, weird choice. Of any secret to take from Sunshine, you take that one? I guess maybe it fit Mario Galaxy the best. Of all like the concepts that each secret stage sort of has a loose concept behind it, that one being just the spinning platforms. Of all the stages, that one has probably the most simple concept. I don't know why I hovered there. Definitely not supposed to do that. Dropped my spin put and now we're going on an adventure. Also, it's like probably the glitchiest of the main secrets. It's your favorite secret, Steven? Maybe I'm off base here. Maybe I'm the one who's out of touch. Although, okay. I will be honest, though. Rico 4 Secret, probably my least favorite secret. But relearning and trying to really hone in on the movement of the stage these past couple of days, it has grown on me. And I might be letting my speedrunning experience, I guess. I don't know exactly how to articulate this. I might be letting the speedrun aspect of my Sunshine playing taint that a little bit. Ooh, I went way in that direction. But I got the quick out of the cubby hole. But I missed the quick one, so. I guess actually I could see with Rico 4 being, I think it's fair to say it's the most jank secret because it spams the umaibos with the pegs, and those things are super broken because not only is it just like sunshine collision things, but also the green peg. Visually, its collision does not match up, or visually it does not match up with its actual collision. It's a little skewed. So I could see them with Galaxy 2 saying, okay, let's get this stage right this time, or something like. I don't know. Something like that. Although, again, that's assuming Nintendo would think about that stage the same way I think about it, because they might not think about it in such a negative, in as negative a light as I think of it. I don't think about the stage negatively. It's just my historically least favorite. Although honestly, that might be going instead to Galaxy 6. That was a very comfortable 60. As opposed to last stream. I had so much time there. Clean? Oh, I thought I got swallowed. I don't know why that tooth was refusing to clean, but I'll take it, even without the cutscene skip. Like, it's okay. Honestly surprised I wanted to reference Sunshine and Galaxy. Me too. That also was interesting. I wish Sunshine would get references more often in games. Like cool references, like completely remaking a stage from Super Mario 64. A full stage in-game. Like we almost got Al Delfino in Odyssey, and it makes me sad. Well, actually, I don't know if that's true. I guess Al Delfino being a known cut location from the globe model from Mario Odyssey doesn't mean Al Delfino was meant to be in Mario Odyssey. It could have just been an Easter egg. That's something I've somehow never considered before. Okay. Let's lose to Piantissimo 2 while we're at it. With all the bonking and such. Actually, the punching glove is kind of bad. It's okay if you're not going for science strats, but it definitely does not put you in the direction you want to be. Good enough. You have so much time, dude. You have so much time. Why? I feel like they dropped the ball with Noki. I'm just gonna say it. It's probably my favorite stage in the game. But them not only re-adding Gooper Blooper 1 to Noki. Not Gooper Blooper 2, Gooper Blooper 1, the easy Gooper Blooper. But then putting the easiest Piantissimo level in Noki is so weird. What? I thought I was going to miss that. Ooh! That might go. Well, my ropes movement was pretty bad. Ropes movement was definitely worse than PB. But I got a blue cycle in PB, I think, not a green cycle. So getting our green cycle in the secret there is why we're even getting time there in the first place. Current pace is of 125. Ooh. Honestly, spam starting up Shadow Mario there might be a little risky. Since I learned that you can just spray him normally. Alright, so this was just a warm-up run. Somehow worse than last streams. I guess I blame that on dying in Pinna 6 mostly because I'm trying to upgrade. That's one of the levels I'm trying to upgrade my strategy in. Ooh, man. That movement. Not my finest. I need to work on that too. My movement up to Corona Mountain is always awkward, and I never get it right. I think I just kind of forgot how to do it. I get fishy. Wait. More close to big fish. I want to upgrade to fast chrono as well. I had to adjust. I was a little too far back in the boat, which means there's a chance for Mario to start glitching out of the boat. Obviously, you don't want it.
The water's great.
Yo, what's up, Karina? I don't know about the hero thing, but I appreciate it. Do heroes get 125s in Super Mario Sunshine 80%?
Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
I'm honestly kind of glad I didn't get any golds this run. Because of the false gold at the end of 3. It's easier to clean up. Oh! Wow. That was crazy water RNG, I feel like. I was going a little more aggressive than usual there just because I'm already so far behind. Might as well try to gold. Despite what I just said like a minute ago. But man, having that much water spill over the edge is crazy. Let's just reset. This is a bad run anyways. Am I streaming more after this? Yes, I'm going to do another run. I don't know why I physically turned my Wii off instead of just doing the reset button combination. It's a little weird. Bad run, bad run. Do not update my splits because there were no legitimate golds there, I don't think. Okay. Sick. My videos and research about the game are heroic. Thank you. Off the back of Giants, though. I would not be able to get nearly as deep into research for any of the individual videos without people who've already laid a lot of the groundwork that makes researching into this game easy. Cycling real quick. Oh, brother! This guy actually smells pretty good. That's a nice little subversion, Master Mario. And if anyone doesn't know what that's referencing, that's even funnier. Stretch my fingers. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm going to do another run after this. Hopefully get some new golds. And, yeah. Just going to put... Okay, good. I thought I didn't have the BRB image for some reason. But yeah, I won't be longer than 5 minutes. And I don't know. I feel like I should say something else, but I don't have anything to say. So, BRB.
Phew. Way to go.
All right. Legs are refilled. Water is stretched. It's time to get back into another run. 1 second. Appear B off screen. Change my monitor source back to Super Mario Sunshine. Ooh. Okay. Gameplay audio is delayed? Ooh, okay. Thank you. Capture card is really good, except that it just randomly gets delayed. I don't know why it does that. It should be fixed now. I don't know if it's actually... Yeah, it is a capture card issue. I don't know. I don't know why it does that. Okay. For some reason I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I actually am. Time to start another run. Oh wait, I have music that you guys can't hear. I need to turn down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know. I hate it. Cause sometimes it's fine for streams on end, and then sometimes it just starts doing that forever and ever. And it's not like an old capture card either. It's about a year old, I think. Maybe 2, I don't know. Anyways, let's start a run. Oops, sorry, hope that noise didn't come through super loud. I hit my Mario Sunshine keychain that's on my mic. Dang it. Don't need a toad bounce. I think the best way to avoid that is just to do a lot, yeah, to make sure I hold down A for the rollout. Pick of keychain need. Yeah, I can do you one better. I can show it off. Do it during the Shadow Mario cutscene on the plaza. Because I skipped the cutscenes before that. And I need to take out the memory card right now. Ugh. I probably have time. Just get it off at least. My brother this last Christmas gave me a mix of Mario Sunshine related, like, I guess, memorabilia. That's the keychain. Oh, it's just the box art. It's like weirdly detailed too. Sorry, I need to get back into the gameplay. I can show it off again during the cutscene. And fun fact about this keychain, like, a little while ago, there was an earthquake in a neighboring state that we very barely got the aftershocks of. Like, I couldn't feel it, but I was up late at night. I looked up. I noticed out of the corner of my vision, because usually the keychain is hanging where the camera is right now. I tried putting on the mic to see if it would be visible to the camera, but it wasn't. Here, sorry, let me get the back of the box art visible.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Well, the green screen is cutting out the top, but yeah, it's weirdly detailed. It's like a perfect scan. Yeah. I noticed, the only reason I noticed that we were feeling the aftershocks of an earthquake was because I looked up at the keychain and saw it vibrating. Couldn't feel it. But I looked at, like, the earthquake registry or something. I like this jump. And was able to verify that that was indeed an earthquake that was making it shake. It wasn't like a truck or something passing by. So it was really weird. Yeah, it is very neat. I love little small things like that. I probably should reset after getting such a bad Shadow Mario kill, but it's not our concern for today. How is that not a quick M? Oof. Saved it, kind of. My old capture card too, which I bought in like 2019 was... Okay, I pressed the A button, I swear. I probably should just reset, because this is... this is not heading in a positive direction right now, but it's okay. Bad spider RNG too. Like... half a cycle behind on me. I think. Unless I was going so slow that I was an entire cycle and a half behind. I don't think so. What was I saying? I was saying something for that. Oh yeah, my old capture card. It would do the same thing, but resetting it wouldn't work. I think it just would overheat and start going on the fritz. And that capture card, I'm pretty sure, crashed my PC too, like on several occasions during streams. If anyone remembers certain Super Duke Sunshine streams. that was back when, to try and get a little bit of extra performance out of my PC, I had a laptop hooked up to my capture card and was outputting my PC image to the capture card and processing it and streaming it on a different on the laptop instead of from my PC, but that just ended up not being remotely worth the effort. Make my room really hot really quickly too. And it was some like off-brand thing too that is a company I'm pretty sure doesn't even exist anymore. It existed for like a year. But I got it for like $20, that original capture card. It was a really good deal. At least for getting started as a streamer. Sorry for the bad word. Oh, don't worry about it. Does the chat rules say not to do a bad word? English, by the way. I don't even remember. I don't care too much about cursing, even if the chat rules say not to. I don't even remember my own chat rules. Oh, I think it says like not to go overboard or whatever on cursing, if I remember correctly. Like it's okay, just don't do it too much. I'm gonna have to ground pound. I think the rollout I did should have been a long rollout instead of a short rollout, maybe. I don't know. The goal of this run is just to get golds, by the way. Not particularly expecting a PB. I think it's possible. Hope, but... You're kidding. No bonk there? Your mouth is open. We lose some time here, the clumsiness, but it is A-okay. Ah. I forgot that was even an outcome. Definitely need to work on my movement to that 5th coin. It's always awkward. 6.2. Okay. Minus the tightrope grab, that was a decent Bianca 4. My angle was bad. I knew not to go over that. Was it just me, or did that feel weird that the wind spirit hit me right there? Like fell into its lag frames or whatever. We are playing with a no reset mindset right now. Which doesn't mean that resets are completely off the table, but it does mean I'm playing to improve, not to get a PB. I did not mean to go that far. Jeez, man. I need to somehow recenter myself during this stage. Oh my. How? That's the second time that happened right there specifically. That I just went in the completely opposite direction that I was heading. Although that time was because I was in spray mode. Mario's turn radius is way larger than the spray. Okay. Oh, bad start. Wow. The Goombas were like machine gun spawning right there. Holy. Even though this is a bad starting spot for PD, at least get the courtesy enough to not get me. Now he's going off. Not a good second spot either. Okay. Above average tornado luck at least. You on average expect to see 2 tornadoes from PD. Out of the 3 times he lands. Does he land right here? I don't know. It's just... Bad PD pathing, good tornado luck though. Not Kansas though. Well, you can, if you were here for the first run when I did PD, you can literally feel how much slower that was just to the RNG. And aside from my poor execution. You can see how bad of RNG I must have gotten PP though. Because even with that pretty crappy RNG, I still gained time. Yeah, last run, I gained 30 seconds over PP with just the average PD luck. Or the most common, I guess. It's not, it's average, isn't it? Exactly correct. I guess I got 3 tornadoes too last time. It was slightly below average. I don't think average is really the right word to use there anyways, but it's the idea across. Really, your mouth is so But lean in closely. That my cue for wind to water slide right there is based off the goop cleaning up sound where it goes. It's to start water sliding slightly after it starts. A bit after it starts, not slightly. It's supposed to be a jump dive. Yeah, my angle there was actually, I think I could have gotten away with a max coconut throw there. Ooh, blazing fast GPS. That might be a gold. Well, my movement, no, it's not a gold. My movement at the very beginning of the stage was a little clumsy, and I guess I dived over the coconut too. So, no, that had no chance of being a gold. But the GPS itself. Rarely do I land in a spot in the Yahtzee spot, which is where you place the coconut. Usually have to adjust Mario a little bit to be in place. The instant kill here is scary because if you're too late instead of too early, you hit Shadow Mario and then you lose 1,000 seconds. Because he has so much time to just run halfway across the stage from you. Alright. Let's see if we can do fetch entry here. Dude, I'm not going that fast. I don't know how I've been blocking that so much lately. Maybe my angle's just too direct? I don't know. Screw you, Pianta. What? Mario even did the grabbing animation. How did that not work? Decent. I wouldn't say that's particularly good. Definitely not gold worthy. I have to get fetch entry for Pianta 1 to ever gold. And probably the best chain chomplet RNG. I really just need to study up on Pianta 1 a little bit more. Because I don't think I really can capitalize off the best RNG with the current strats that I know for Pianta 1. It's so funny. You have to slow down. I had to hold back on the control stick because my bridge jumps were too good. Otherwise I would have jumped past Piantissimo. Oh, talk to the sign. Like to explain it every time just in case somebody here is watching that wasn't watching before. But basically with the Piantissimo stages there's something called sign strat where for some reason during a Piantissimo race if you talk to a sign Wow, that's so funny. If you talk to a sign. PNT, and then at the end of the race, after you complete it, you put Mario in a certain spot and angle him in a certain way. Then Piantismo will talk to Mario slightly faster than usual. It's also dependent on how the memory of the game looks, which means the order of levels you play actually can affect whether or not it'll work, which is kind of a strange thing. Oh, I could have still made that, but that Gooba made that really awkward. Talk to me. And for any percent, it just so happens to line up that Sign Stats works on both the Piantismo levels. It's not at all routed around Sign Strats working. Because it's doing Sign Strats for both the Piantismo levels and any percent collectively saves a little bit over a second, I think. So there's no rerouting that'll ever be better. If you were to reroute for Sign Strats. Okay, we got the middle RNG. Not good, not bad. Ooh, bad angle. I need to get the dive out. Oh well. I should be switching to hover nozzle here, by the way. It just makes getting into an instant rollout way faster. Which means I can just spin jumpy dive into the shine usually. Although with that spacing I might not have been ideal. Honestly, probably not at all. Go to Pianta 5, the biggest RNG level, arguably, in the entire run. I guess. King Boo has more... If you get really bad RNG in King Boo, has more chance to really screw over your run. Versus... this level, if you get bad RNG, it's just a bit minus 7 seconds. Pretty much always. Like, for some reason I've really tensed up at the beginning of this stage. You might have been able to see that on camera. Oh, this is gonna be... oh no. I thought I was going to go way further to the left. So, some people like to talk to this guy as soon as possible. I like to let him walk forward a bit. I meant to talk to him a bit faster, but... unless he's standing still, I personally find it always worth it to just wait for him to walk forward enough to throw you straight to this platform. Because if he's further back, you won't make this platform, even with spamming A and B. Not even 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds is way of an overshoot. That's like 20 seconds. Missing the early cycle lost me about 20 seconds. Although, to be fair, I think that was a pretty lucky slow cycle with the Pianta not stopping at the two other spots, particularly the third one. My water not clean that off. Crazy. Oh, I thought she didn't get cleaned out. Why does that happen? You are visually fully clean, and I still hover on you for half a second, and you're still not clean. How does that work? Like, hello? Why does that why does that happen, and why is it only happening to me now? I wonder. So Piantas have cylindrical hitboxes. I almost wonder if cleaning them off only works from the sides and not from above. Or the water has to hit from the side and not from above. That might be what's happening. And so you have to hover in a specific way to make sure you're cleaning them off. But man, that's... A 151 Pianta 6 is... I think that would have been embarrassing for me 3 years ago, let alone now. Okay. I tried going too fast. A button. Good thing I labeled this stream Derust. I was wondering, like, am I still really in Derust with all the practice I've been doing these past couple of days? I very much am. It's very evident I am. It's mostly just consistency. That was very close to being too late of a ground pound. Okay, that should be good. That's twice in a row now that my first honey skip attempt, I tried to ground pound a little too early. So I instead centered my camera. Because you can't ground pound while you're hovering. It just centers Mario's camera. Actually, that was maybe a little early on the pause exit. No. I actually don't know when would be too early for that. Gotta get a lean in. Sorry, my voice might sound a bit muffled. It's just a level I pretty much need to lean for. That misses? That misses. Wow. I can't believe all of those miss. Okay. Definitely need to add Mecha Bowser to my to-practice list. This is also why... So if anyone read my community post from yesterday announcing the stream schedule, I also announced, like, basically my plan to reach top 50 and very basic layout of that plan. It's basically split into 3 phases. Phase 1 was mostly last stream, but we're still kind of experiencing today, which is where I just want to get a barometer for where I'm at. Figure out what I need to practice to get myself back up to more or less the state I was in when I got my 119 and maybe better. That's phase 1. Phase 2 is to learn new strats and introduce them into the run. We're kind of in between phase 1 and 2 right now. We're doing a bit of both, which is okay. Okay, I guess there doesn't need to be a solid, exact, clear divide between each of the phases, I don't think. Phase 3 will be a bit more clear, though. Phase 3 is basically... Oh, well, first I should say... That's a new outcome. Dying in Pinna 2, period. I don't think that's the type of thing I have to really, like, practice. I just have to look out for that. Don't ground pound too early there. As I was saying, the goal of phase 2... introduce new strategies in order to basically get my sum of best, which my head isn't covering. Sometimes it is. Sum of best is one of the it's labeled down around my head. Sum of best is basically all my gold splits added together as if that was an actual run. So it's my theoretical best I could do, sorta. Doesn't count the best I've ever done in practice, for instance, so it's a little theoretical, a little inaccurate. Try to get my sum of best down to a low 113, like a 113.10 or something like that. And once I get that, that's when the goal will be to move to phase 3 of Road to Top 50, which is just going to be the grinding part, where I just grind for a run. It's crazy, man. I can't be making all these misinputs. Ledge grab. Yeah, that's oh, can't be using filler words. I'm working on eliminating filler words from my vocabulary for real this time. Which, by the way, I wanted to do a stream where it's a challenge run where if I use filler words, Mario just dies. Or maybe it resets the entire run. I don't know. Maybe it's a speed run where I'm trying to get like below a 125. Oh, there's a filler word. Using a voice recognition thing. I theoretically coded something in Python to do that. Wow. Using other people's like voice recognition. This is Google's voice recognition library, which for some reason automatically filters out filler words, so you can't even use it to detect filler words, which is so annoying. It should be a setting, not a default. But there's other speech recognition like libraries you can basically use. But they... Oh, what? That didn't hit you? That's crazy. They all require you to either subscribe to a service or make an account for something, or I don't know. It all sucks. The only free and accessible one doesn't work. I did this years ago. I carded a thing for a challenge run to do where it's voice commands. So if I want to move Mario forward, I say walk forward, walk backwards, stuff like that. But I decided that would probably be bad for a stream or a video or anything because I'm not able to interact with chat, or I don't know. It just seems like it's probably uninteresting. I don't know. It might be interesting. I might try it. We'll see. I was on autopilot. I went to pin a 5. You're supposed to go to pin a 3 right there. I was thinking too much about voice recognition. This is another thing. Like a secret thing I need to train up for speedrunning, which is being able to keep focus for more than one speedrun. I can sort of keep focus for one speedrun. But right now, going into the second one, I'm definitely a lot less focused than I was previously. I think that's probably pretty obvious to see that. What? Why was that so delayed? Hello? Bounce on one. Oh. Just gonna do it this way. Oh, man. I hate this game sometimes. I hate it sometimes. Okay, come here. Ooh, that's a little scary. So those guys, the flying stews, whatever they're called, if they go even slightly out of bounds, which, like true out of bounds, which basically means there's no floor beneath them, they will die. Not immediately, it takes like a second for some reason, but they will die, which is very scary. If they ground pound you, what? I have practiced this stage probably close to 100 times since last stream. And me at the top of the blue platform there, losing my roll and getting a slow rollout instead of a fast rollout just was not happening. Except when I first learned that new strategy. For probably the last half of the practice attempts at the stage I did, that never happened. So now that all 3 attempts... I thought auto splitter missed there for a second. Now that all 3 attempts of that stage today have failed in that one specific way is so annoying. Wouldn't have even been that bad of a split if I remembered to go to Pinna 3. You lose like 30 seconds to that. Loading into the wrong stage, having to exit back to the plaza and reload. Slightly messed up the beginning moving, but I saved it. As I was saying before, as always, I interrupt myself and don't finish thoughts sometimes. Apologies. As I was saying before, one of the secret things I'm having to practice for speedrunning and streaming at the same time is just keeping focus on the game, while also trying to be at least moderately entertaining, I guess. For long enough to do at least more than one run. Because doing one run, a stream, just feels kind of hollow to me. I felt like I kind of had to do it last stream because the goal of last stream's run was to figure out what I should be practicing. So doing further runs before doing the practice was sort of pointless. Honestly, something I should have thought about before the stream last time, but I didn't. Ugh, that just makes me uncomfortable now. Knowing that you're pulling an extra, like, even if that tentacle just is, what's the word? Like a vestigial tentacle that comes out of his forehead or something. This just makes me uncomfortable that he has an extra tentacle that never grows back. Unless it just is one of his normal tentacles that grows back. I'm gonna have to watch that back. That was weird. Whatever. Usually that's a hover slide into an immediate rollout, which is, I think, what happened there. But something about the dive was really weird. It felt like I shouldn't have gotten a fast rollout out of it. It felt like I should have gotten a slow rollout. Work. Water, please. What? I didn't hit the checkpoint? Oof. Am I just dead here? By the way, what? That doesn't hit the checkpoint either? Okay, well, that's just a reset. We can't continue this. That's too bad to continue. I can't believe I didn't hit the checkpoint that first time. I guess I wasn't far back enough from the corner. I think I am placing where that checkpoint exactly is in my head slightly wrong. I'm gonna have to look into that after stream. I don't think we're doing another run. I think that's gonna be it for now. I just don't think I have another run in me. This was gonna be the last one, and I utterly failed right there. It's been a good stream though. Good, what, 2 hours? 3 hours almost? Let's see. 2.5 hours, yeah. A little over. Okay. One thing I want to say before doing like the stream outro and everything. Next week, a couple things to look forward to if you like the speedrun streams, which is, one, I'm hopefully getting a controller input display set up. It's going to require some soldering and wiring skills that I don't have, but I'm going to see if I have, or I have some friends who are into that stuff. I might ask them if they want to help. I don't know. Kind of want to try to do it myself, but at the same time, I don't want to waste my money on parts I bought. Also, going to be upgrading my Wii to have an HDMI output natively. Well, yeah, natively. Which is also going to be its own like soldering thing and wiring thing. Well, that one I probably should definitely ask help for, because the kit to do that costs like $100 almost. But it'll allow for very clean 40p output of Super Mario Sunshine versus the sort of muddy picture we have now. Especially the it's called a Wii to HDMI thing that's plugged into the back of my Wii. I don't think it comes across in OBS, and it actually doesn't come across very well in bright areas either. I have to pause this. Actually, I'm not even seeing it right now. I don't know. It kind of comes and goes. But there's like lines that go across the screen slowly, sometimes faster. It's kind of random. I don't really understand the rhyme or reason to when they appear or not. They're very faint, and OBS doesn't usually pick them up, or at least the YouTube stream doesn't. It compresses it. But it does muddy the quality via the compression by a little bit. And also, there's just... The Wii to HDMI thing I have is just kind of bad at outputting a clean picture. If I reset my Wii, I can show you a prime example. And I'm gonna get ready to... But yeah, this text right here, it looks so bad on the capture card and on OBS. It's still like low resolution, don't get me wrong, from my end, but it doesn't look as bad as it looks to you guys. This is just the Wii to HDMI being really bad at scaling the output, basically. And also, because I'm going to be opening up my Wii, I'm going to see if I can fix the weird audio thing. I have a feeling I know where... I've done some research. I have a feeling I know where on the motherboard would be damaged, or if something just needs to be reconnected or what. So I'm going to take a look at that. See if I can fix the weird thing where the audio cuts out every now and then for a split second. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Time to do the outro. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I appreciate your viewership, whether you were here for a minute, the whole thing, whether you're a chatter or a lurker, whether you're watching the VOD, whether you're here live, or even both for psychos who do that. Sorry, I don't mean to insult you if you do that. I actually super appreciate it. I just realized I messed up my description. Just fix that real quick. Additionally, I would like to thank my channel members who each and every month monetarily support me. Those channel members would be the Hawk Manly Guy, Harris Suzamiya, Stephen Shockley, Jackal, Carister, and Master Matt. I appreciate you guys for supporting me each and every month. If you too would like to support me, there are 2 tier options. There's some benefits, as you can see. Nothing super consistent. Your money's probably better spent elsewhere. But if you really want to support me in what I do here, I would super appreciate it. Wow, doing a really good job of selling myself here, huh? Anyways, that's gonna be the stream. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I need to rest my voice. It's getting sore. And yeah, good night. It's not really night, but for me anyways.